Welcome back, third grade. Let's begin the second column of our learning log. It is still spelling Q1, so flip your learning log to Q1 and get ready with your pencil. Let's begin with number 11. Number 11 is action. Action. Did you know that Miss Song wanted to be an actress when she was little? So it's like ready, set, action! Dun, 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 dun. Action. Now, how many syllables are there in action? Action. 2 syllables. Sound it out. Ak. Sh. N. Action. Now, say it as you write it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm watching you. Action. Now, what kind of rules or marking do we have in action? We have to underline the sh, tall sh, because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Again, that t-shirt looks tall. It's the tall sh. Okay? Make sure you mark that. Number 12. Number 12 is importance. Importance. All other books in comparison to the Bible are of minor importance. Importance. How many syllables are there in importance? Importance. 3 syllable. Sound it out. I, p, or, t, a, s. Silent final E. Importance. That's a long word. Now say it as you write it, and don't forget all the letters, okay? I, or, t, a, s. Silent final E. Importance. Now, third grade, what kind of markings and rules do we have in importance? You have to underline the or as in Lord, beautiful, because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Anything else? What was that with the silent final E? What was that? Look, the bell is getting excited that you guys know this rule. What is it? Underline the C once and underline the silent final E twice. We know bell. I know it's exciting. And you have to put a 3 next to it because it's a softening E. It's not important. It's importance. Soft. So make sure you put a 3 next to the silent final E because it's a softening E. Number 13. Number 13 is justice. Justice. Sin is the dare of God's justice. Justice. How many syllables are there in justice? Justice. 2 syllables. Sound it out. S. T, I, s. Silent final E. Justice. I have to kind of check. Now say it as you write it. S. Just. I, s. Silent final E. Justice. Now, what kind of rule or marking do we have here? Sadly, it's not Miss Song's favorite rule. But it's okay. What is it? We have to underline the C once, underline the silent final E twice, and put a 3 next to it because it's a softening E. Again, we don't say just take. No, it's justice. Smooth soft, right? So make sure you put a 3 next to silent finally. And don't forget to underline the C because C is being affected by the silent finally, okay? Moving on to number 14. Number 14 is section. Section. Your sister will divide the candy into 2, but you can get first pick of a section. Section. That is really nice of the sister. Section. How many syllables are there in section? Section. 2 syllables. Sound it out. S, e, k, sh, a, n. Section. Now say it as you write it. S, e, k, sh, a, n. Section. Now, what kind of rules or markings do we have here? It kind of looks like number 11. Emma, do you think you know what it is? We have to underline the sh, tall sh, because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Thank you, Emma. Beautiful. Again, it's a tall sh. Number 15. Number 15 is connect. Connect. Blocks are fun because we can connect them to make many different things. Connect. How many syllables are there in connect? Connect. 2 syllables. Sound it out. K, a, n, e, k, t. Connect. Connect. Now say it as you write it. K, a, n, e, k, t. Connect. Now make sure you have all the correct spelling for connect. Do we have any markings or rules here? Get ready. No, they are all first sound. There is no marking, no rules. It's all first sound. Beautiful. Moving on to number 16. Number 16 is connection. Connection. Hello? I can't hear you. I think I'm losing my connection. Can I be an actress now? Or no? Connection. How many syllables are there in connection? Connection. 3 syllables. Sound it out. K, a, n, e, k. Sh, a, n. Connection. Now say it as you write it. K, a, n, e, k. Sh, a, n. Connection. Now, 3rd grade, what kind of rules or markings do we have in connection? What again? We have to underline the sh, tall sh, because it's a multi-letter phonogram. We have a lot of words that end with shun. Interesting. Now, connect and connections both come from the same base word, right? It just has the ending shun. So we're going to put a bracket for 15 and 16. But let me move 15 up here so you guys can see how to put a bracket. So we're going to put a bracket around number 15 and 16 because connection comes from connect, just with the ending shun. Okay? Number 17. Number 17 is field. Field. There is as much dignity tiling a field as writing a poem. field. How many syllables are there in field? Field. One syllable. Sound it out. E, O, D. Field. Say it as you write it. E, O, D. Field. Do you have the correct spelling for field? Raise your hand if you do. Nice. Beautiful. Field. What's the marking? We have to underline the E-I. Beautiful. E-I because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Field. Beautiful. Number 18. Number 18 is direction, or it can be said direction. The actions of believers can change the direction of government. Direction. How many syllables are there in direction? Direction. 3 syllables. Sound it out. D, I, R, E, K, sh, a, n. Direction. Now say it as you write it. D, I, R, E, K, sh, a, n. Direction. Again, third grade, what kind of markings do we have here? We have to underline the I because A-E-O-U usually says A-E-O-U at the end of a syllable. And underline the tall sh because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Again, connection, direction, they both change the word into a noun. Direct is, it can be a verb. Now direction is a noun. So that ending is there to make a noun. Number 19. Number 19 is term. Term. The President of the United States can twice serve a term of 4 years. Term. How many syllables are there in term? Term. 1 syllable. Sound it out. T, m. Term. Now say it as you write it. Term. Now, what kind of markings or rules do we have in term? You have to underline the as in her because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Good. Our last word is veil. Veil. The bride wears a veil as a symbol of her submission to her husband. Veil. You wear a veil. Right? Our Hestia on the wall is wearing a veil. Beautiful work by Libby. How many syllables are there in veil? Veil. 1 syllable. Sound it out. V, E, O. Veil. Ready? V, A, O. Veil. Oops. Now, what kind of marking do we have here? We have to underline the A because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Remember that E and I usually makes the A sound. Okay? Veil. The third grade, again, great job today. And make sure you have all the correct spelling and marking for this learning log and submit it to our Google Classroom. See you next time. Dun, dun.